Hey there, beautiful souls. Welcome to Unblock Your Blessings. I'm Vicky Labrilia, your travel size emotions coach, helping you navigate the roller coaster ride of emotions, revelations, and all that comes with adulting. Get comfy because we're about to dive into the nitty gritty of unblocking all that emotional weight and letting the sunshine right back into your life. Do your girl a favor, like, share, follow, and subscribe, and of course, leave an honest review at the end of this episode. It's free, it means the world to me, and it helps this podcast reach more ears. Now it's time to unblock your blessings. Friends, this episode is going to be on point, and you'll understand after you listen to it. But let's talk about Beyond the Roses, because we're going to be navigating Valentine's anxiety and the comparison trap. Yeah, we're a couple days ahead of Valentine's Day, and it is definitely anxiety-ridden, and that comparison game gets very loud around this time of year. So, beautiful souls, welcome to episode 51 of Unblocking Your Blessings. We are officially in that week. You know that one. You walk into the grocery store for milk and eggs and whatever else is on your list, and you're suddenly hit as soon as you walk in to that wall of flowers and teddy bears and balloons galore, right? They're hella overpriced. You see overpriced chocolates and enough roses to fit a freaking football stadium. Yeah, like shit, why does one long stem rose cost as much as a long distance call in the early 2000s? You know those calls, you couldn't do long distance. They would bankrupt your family, right? Well, friends, Valentine's Day is just days away. And if I'm being honest, I can feel the collective anxiety spike through the airways. So for some of you, and I want to hold space for this, some of you, this day feels like a celebration, and that's awesome. Anchor into that. If it brings you joy, F yes. But for some, and for those that I'm speaking to right now, it can feel like a giant spotlight on what's missing. Maybe you're single, maybe you're grieving, or maybe you're in a relationship that feels like it's in the waiting room, like we talked about last week. Today, in this moment, we are reclaiming our true hearts. We're moving away from the pressure to perform love and moving towards the power of being loved. So let's dive in. Let's talk about and let's hold space for the comparison game, okay? Valentine's Day has become the Olympics of comparison. At least that's how I think of it. On Saturday, which is a couple days away, your social media platforms will be flooded with the highlight reels. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. But here's what I want you to remember. A photo of a diamond ring or that fancy dinner or those roses on the kitchen counter doesn't show the full story. It doesn't show the arguments in the car, the debt behind the gifts, or the loneliness that can exist even when someone is sitting right across from you. Yeah, we only see it through the lens of our phone. So we have to practice, and we get to practice the let them principle here. If you want to post 100 photos, not you. If they want to post 100 photos of their bouquets, let them. If they want to proclaim their perfect love to the world through their social media, fucking let them. Their highlight reel is not a critic of your real life. Your value is not determined by how many roses were delivered to your front door. You are already whole, and your blessings are already yours, with or without a Hallmark card to prove it. So friends, let's talk about love in the season of loss. Okay. I also want to speak to those of you who are navigating this week with a more heavy heart. Okay. I fall into this category currently. As you know, this year has been a year of grieving for my family after losing my father-in-law. So holidays about love, especially Valentine's Day, can be incredibly painful when there is an empty chair at the table. Grief is just the love that we have with nowhere to go. If you are missing someone this week, I want you to know that it is okay to not be festive. and full of that, Care Bear rainbows shooting out of your stomach kind of place. It is okay. Don't let the world tell you that you're blocking your blessings because you're sad. Some of the greatest blessings are found in the resilience it takes to just get through the day. If the most romantic thing you can do this Saturday is buy yourself a delicious coffee or a fancy drink or those pajamas you've been eyeing, do it. Put on your favorite pajamas and honor the memory of that someone you love. Then understand that that's a win. That is unblocking your heart. Some of you might know there's a trend right now called romanticizing your life, and it's pretty big on TikTok. But, as trends ebb and flow, this will come and go as well. While it can be, a bit superficial on social media, I want us to look at it from a spiritual side. To romanticize your life is to notice that God is with you through the details. And honestly, it took me a while to understand this myself until I started looking for it, started anchoring into it. It's in the ways the light hits the kitchen in the morning or at sunset. It's the perfect song to come on the radio when you need it most. Like, holy shit, that happened numerous times this last time I had to go out of town for personal affairs. Song after song was hitting, and I knew that was God telling me all was going to be good. It's the fact that your heart is still beating, you're still hoping, and you're still resilient after everything you've been through. That's God. So instead of the, date with a partner kind of thing, I want to challenge you to have a vision date with your future self. Okay, stick with me. I'm not crazy. Some of you might think that, but that's okay. That's on you. Understand it takes 20 minutes and you can do it as often as you need. So take those 20 minutes this weekend to sit with the version of you who has already achieved all of your dreams. And ask her, how does she carry herself? How does she treat her heart? Because I promise you, friends, when you start envisioning your own potential, you stop looking for someone else to find a hole that was never meant for them to fill. So here is your homework this week. On Valentine's Day, I want you to do one thing that is purely for your peace. No posting for the likes, no doing it to prove a damn point. Just a secret act of love for yourself. Maybe it's a long hot bath. Maybe it's finally starting that book you bought 5 months ago. Or maybe it's just turning off your phone for 3 hours so you don't have the temptation of looking at those highlight reels. Friends, you are so worth it. Come over to my private Facebook group and let me know what is one ordinary thing you are romanticizing this week. Let's fill the group with micro joys instead of the macro pressures. Friends, I'm Vicky. You are loved. You are meant for so much. And it is time for you to unblock your blessings. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Unblock Your Blessings. If you found this episode helpful, enjoyable, or just freaking awesome, please share this episode with your loved ones on social media with the hashtag UnblockYourBlessings. Your honest review matters to me, so please take a minute or two to write your review. I'll see you in the next one.